hold me down, you just watch me drown, yeah. You were lost and found till I came around, yeah. Hit me up at 10 when nobody's around, yeah. Think it's just too late now, you can keep the ground, darling. She's grown out and her love lives are right again. She's so obsessed with herself. She's so honest, she wants. Round for round we fight, pretend no punches thrown, it never ends where the good old days go. Why can't you just leave the things you sow and just let go?
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am posting this video. It has taken me an entire month because I'm doing a 30-day challenge where I train like my top favorite fighter in the entire world, Daniel Cuttle. He's a UK boxer, also a YouTuber, my favorite YouTuber, or at least one, at least my combat sports wise. If in my opinion, he's like the greatest fighter of our generation. I mean, no one can top him. Nobody. And if you're thinking of topping him, don't even try, bro. You ain't gonna get any higher than him. He's the king. Now, my editing skills aren't that great, so please don't judge me. This is my first time trying to attempt a 30-day challenge and trying to be like Daniel Cuttle with his editing skills, and it didn't turn out as great as I wanted it to. Now, I hope you guys enjoy, and towards the end I will be challenging Daniel Cuttle to 3 sets of challenges: wheelchair boxing, MMA, jiu-jitsu. That's pretty much it. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it 20 likes if you want to see me and Daniel Cuttle in the cage, and smash that subscribe button. Let's go, baby. Hi, my name is Alex Mays, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I have a special video. This is Daniel Cuttle. He is a YouTube boxer, and he is my favorite YouTuber of all time. In this video, I'm going to be training like him for 30 days straight. As you can see, he's got the skill, determination, and very, very quick hands. If I want to do this 30-day challenge, I'm going to have to push myself even harder than I have before. Get ready as I challenge myself. As a handicap fighter, I know that I can't do leg kicks or any of that, but I will be doing MMA, jiu-jitsu, and boxing, all in this video just to prove that I can fight just as good as Daniel Cuttle. He's the best that I know of. So get ready, enjoy, and let's get into it. I will show you guys my day 1 life, and then I will jump right into the last day, giving you beginning and end result of my 30-day challenge. Enjoy. Here is day 1 of me doing walking. Enjoy. I really had to push myself. I didn't think I could do it, but with determination and some practice, I kept going. I hope you guys enjoy me working hard and trying to push myself in this moment. Now, this may just be day 1. I'm not going to show the end result of me walking, mostly just me sparring. I do have to say, this isn't going to be exactly like how Daniel Cuttle does his videos, but I will be pushing myself and working a lot harder to try and put my best efforts to doing every single thing that you see in this video. Enjoy.
Be careful what you wish for. He's a great shot. He's got a terrific eye, great hand-eye coordination. All right. Love it. All right, he'll be getting down some dust. How about this? All right. You got what's faithful here. That's block for six. Yes. Go back to one. All right.
right, this is new body cam video of the migrant at the center of the deportation storm, showing a police traffic stop where he is believed to be involved in human smuggling. National Border Patrol Council President Paul Perez will weigh in on that new video. Plus this.
You have American leadership who are fundamentally offshoring America's wealth and prosperity to foreign companies. He's saying we're going to reshore America's wealth and make this the golden century for our country.
The White House wants more U.S. companies to make their products here at home. So how do you make that happen? Small Business Committee Chair Congressman Roger Williams will explain the bipartisan effort that's emerging in Congress coming up. Stay next.
Good morning. Let's go for it. Good morning. Some Zocalac chews this bite for fast and gentle constipation relief in as little as 30 minutes. Making your good morning even better with Zocalac. Hey, did you make that appointment?
Oh, I'll do it when we get back. When we get back. You good?
Or, we'll do it now.
At Pennies, we keep presents out of your home and your health. And if they come back, we'll come back. Guaranteed. Before an order shows up, somebody say,
Hi, I'm William Benning. It's not too hard to imagine the pressure each administration has felt in the Oval Office, protecting our country, our economy, and our values from instability around the world. Those harmful forces still exist today, threatening to eat away at our personal assets, and that's why I buy gold. I buy my gold from Roslyn Capital, because it helps me stabilize and control the value of the assets that I've worked so hard for.
Passing Alex over here.
hope you're enjoy as I beat and
Done, start, done, start it.
guys really enjoy. Dang, this perfect
Alright, go. Now you go. Now go. Yeah.
training myself. So, let's see how this goes.
Side to side, Alex. Move. There we go. Last one.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Seconds. How do I keep going?
Huh?
Do I just keep it going?
Yeah.
Go.
Start.
Side to side, Alex. Move. There we go.
Yeah. Oh, okay. 10 seconds. Why are you like to the side? Seconds.
Right here? Right here? Yeah. Well, no. It's either hooks or hammer. Basically, anywhere that you can tell it's over. Oh man.
in boxing and other training. Enjoy.
Yeah, Joe, move your head. Dip. No. You know, even in the shot or something. Yeah. Keep him there, Joe. Keep him there. Right. Hands higher, Joe. Hands higher. There you go. Keep your defence in check, though. There you go. Lead hook. You got 30 seconds, mate. Come on. Let's go. 15 yet. Go, cut him off.
10 seconds
10 seconds, go, Joe, go. Fire some shots.
to win the fight.
Not bad.
And has actually convinced me to take BJJ and Muay Thai classes whilst training and focusing on my boxing. So Connor expanded on the strength of using the crown of your opponent's head to gain control and how to break your opponent's clinch. Also how to execute a proper neck choke, which little did I know this move would come in handy in the future. Then we went into another roll. So I attempted to push Connor off using the technique he taught me. However, he managed to flip me around and choke me, even though he managed to maneuver his way behind me and made me submit once again. I was subconsciously learning his movement, and literally straight after I started implementing the same type of movement myself, but I ended up getting flipped over anyway. And this is how I seem to learn the best in sparring as well, going against someone who's better than me and copying their tricks and literally using them as soon as you learn them. And this works well for all martial arts. Not long after, I submitted to a nasty armbar. This was the closest I've been to making Connor submit. However, unfortunately, he managed to worm his way out once again.
Alright, so round 2 did a lot better. I had a guillotine grip. The only thing is I got my legs to the other side and I was able to get into like a mount position. Pretty hard to choke you from there, but overall much better. Definitely would be interesting to do full stand-up where we could wrestle, but yeah, man, learning quick. I think the guillotine is like the best choke to get it first because a lot of people leave their neck out. Yeah. It's a little bit timing based. That's why a rear naked choke is so powerful, because like it overpowers, you know? With a lot of the other chokes, like Ezekiel, like I tried to do that, like it's kind of like, it's a little bit, it's like a cheeky choke because you have to get it at the right time. Much better. What did you think of this round?
I feel the defense has already seemed a little bit to improve a bit because I was slipping out a bit more than the first round. I'm quickly building that confidence.
It's also good to roll a couple times, even if you're getting beat up, because you're trying to know what to do. Yeah. Like in boxing, it's like punch the guy in the face. It's a little bit simpler. But in jiu-jitsu, like you watch the footage back the first few times and you're like, how did that make me tap? Because you're not aware yet. So that like first like 1 to 3 months, and it depends on how much you train, like 1 to 3 to 1 to 6 months is like really difficult. Your ego is gonna get hurt every practice. But after a while, you will build it back up quickly. And yeah, if you want to try jiu-jitsu, I'm going to use it as my testimonial. Start trying it.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu had become apparent to me that it was not as easy as I expected and would require a lot of practice to even have a slight chance of making my opponents tap. However, we were about to have our second to last roll and I was adamant that I wouldn't be satisfied if I hadn't made Connor tap by the end of the day. So he taught me the few last tips: how to control on the ground, flipping over your opponent, and a very effective arm triangle choke.
Alright, so the goal is to make me tap once. We'll see.
I have to for the YouTube, I have to. My job here isn't done if I don't make him tap.
Once again, no luck, but I was putting up a much better fight than the first roll.
Guys, this is addictive. I'm already getting hooked. We had 3 rolls. How am I compared to the start?
I think you did better than I started for sure. Yeah. You have good like body awareness. It's not easy. Like anyone at home, like fly to San Francisco, find me, then you can judge that. You know, like I'm not even good. I'm a fucking white belt. I am the lowest on the totem pole, but I've been doing it a year. I train consistently. It is a very effective martial art. So yeah, if you find the right gym, the right coaches who know the game, levels. Boxing has levels, but again, like it's easier to conceptualize. You still get killed by a pro, but you're doing good. I think when I first tried, I did it in the gi, and someone just grabbed my gi, I couldn't move. I was just like this the whole time. No, you're doing well. But like in a year when you come to San Francisco, we'll rematch and you'll be better.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, let me know when you're ready for the next.
One more?
Now it is time for our very last roll. This was my last chance to potentially ever make Connor tap, as he lives on the other side of the world. So I visioned and manifested it, and only had one more round left to prove myself. And to finish off my introduction to BJJ, we finished off with a 6-minute roll. As you can see, I was a lot more aggressive this round, trying my hardest to find an opening, and just after tapping to Connor, he got up and done the signature roll handshake, confirming that we'd started, and I managed to catch him off guard, and hit him with the signature guillotine shot, which I managed to execute perfectly, and he did actually tap out, and I was over the moon. The one objective that I've been manifesting to make him tap out, I was able to achieve.
Finally, that's all I wanted, just one tap. We had about, how many, 3 rounds was it?
4.
4
rounds, 15 minutes of rolling. The last one was a 6-minute round. First 3 were 3. Yeah, I got me the guillotine. The form was better than most people. Like most people have, like I wouldn't tag. I like you'll watch the footage. Like I was like, all right. I'm like, oh shit, I actually can't get out of this. Well done.
That was brilliant.
So there we go. A whole new martial arts that I've learnt the basics of, and a whole new world opened up to me. Honestly, after doing this session, I fell in love with martial arts as a whole, and signed up to an MMA gym, where I'll be training BJJ, along with Muay Thai and MMA, to allow me to become harmonious with fighting, not just using my hands and striking. And because Connor gave me an insight into BJJ, it was only fair I shared some boxing secrets with him. If you enjoyed this video, you'll enjoy this one here.
Alright, so far you've seen Daniel Cuttle do jiu-jitsu and boxing. This is him doing MMA. But I have 3 challenges for Daniel Cuttle. Wheelchair boxing, MMA, and jiu-jitsu. Let's see who comes out on top. A UK YouTube boxer versus a US MMA fighter that's also handicapped. So let's run it. I challenge you, Daniel Cuttle. Let's see who is the bigger, let's see who's the stronger man. Let's see who can handle it. That is my challenge for you. Guys, if you guys like this video, please let me know. I'm going to add some music so the rest of this video isn't boring. Thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed the 30 days. I tried to do the editing like Daniel Cuttle would, but I didn't succeed very well. I hope you guys enjoy. Alright, let's get into the rest of the video. And here comes the music.
thank you guys for watching my YouTube video. It's been a great time making this video. And thank you, Daniel Cuttle. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have been inspired to make this video. Alright, have a good day, y'all.
If it's a fight, bitches on sight. I'll punch in your shit, I don't care if I'm right. She not a white, but she staying for the night. Tailor-made white kid, that is her type. Not a hype beast, but I'll flex to the gram. They don't like me, bitch, I don't give a damn. It ain't frightening, sending threats to the gram. That's cause internet beef don't make you a man.